Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans News. We've been talking about the Celtic's transfer window for a while, and a lot of us have been wondering when Celtic were going to break into action and do some business. We did speak about the fact that it was a case of poking the baby, poking the bear to see if it was still alive, poking it to see if you could move. And Celtic look like they are coming into some Celtic transfer activity. It looks as if our search for the goalkeeper may be nearly over. I just checked. That's it. The sound is fine, so we can jump back onto here. John Keenan is in the house. Get rid of that advert. So we all know that the one and only Joe Hart left the building. Just do that. Get feedback. Need to turn one of those down. So anyway, the big breaking news this afternoon. It is the news that we've all been waiting for. Just waiting the club announcement. It is golden. This is the one that the Celtic have been chasing this goalkeeper for a while. By all accounts, it is all over the internet now. Fenerbahce have agreed and have accepted Celtic's offer for Dominik Livakovic. Yes, Dominik Livakovic. If the rumours are true, Celtic have got the deal done. Celtic have Dominik Livakovic. The transfer offer has been accepted. Jose Mourinho has given the green light for Fenerbahce to sell the keeper that they only bought a year ago. He is the replacement for Joe Hart. It is a player that Celtic wanted last season, last summer. They didn't get the man they wanted. They wanted him before Brendan Rodgers came into the club. Looking forward, he had an interesting game. He made some good saves last night. I didn't watch all of the Croatia game. I was watching the Spain game. Croatia were very, very unlucky not to go through. Obviously conceding that goal last night late on in the Euro Championship. It's a goalkeeper. We're not going to get excited about it just yet until Celtic announce it. But it is coming from various quarters around Europe that the deal has been done, and it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. I've just seen that the Daily Record have also just put up a story, and what a signing he would be. What a signing. It is the keeper that we all wanted. And let's face it, it is the keeper that we all wanted just over a year ago. He is the keeper that everyone wanted at Celtic. He's the keeper that we all thought we should push the boat out and try and get through the door. It didn't happen last year. It looks like we've put in an offer to Fenerbahce for in the region of around 9 million, which, if it is true, if it is true that we're paying 9 million for him, we have to be paying something like that for him. You've got to say the power brokers at Celtic, God, bring a tear to a glass eye. If it's true and we do get this guy in, I'm not getting excited, but it's decent looking. This is the best news and the biggest bit of speculation that we've had all summer. We have been waiting, and I did say if we're looking at someone that's playing in the Euro 2020s in Germany, we'll have to wait until the deal is almost done and dusted. We'll have to wait till they're out of the Euros and then they can put pen to paper. He'll be given a week off, like most players, but maybe he'll come over to Scotland next week and get the deal done and dusted, signed and delivered. If Fenerbahce have signed, there's no way they would pay anywhere close to 9 million, says San Fran Celtic. I think you'll be shocked, San Fran Celtic, because they paid 6.5 million for him last season. I did say that Celtic, if they're going to go out and buy a keeper, they're going to go out and spend between 6 and 10 million for the keeper. Fenerbahce wanted 9 million euros for the keeper, which equates to around about £8.25 million, when you look at the exchange rate. But it is fantastic news. The baby has woken. The baby has woken. We've been poking it and making sure that it was still living and putting our head down and listening to the monitor. And yep, there's stuff going on in the background. It was gurgling along. And by all accounts, Celtic have made the offer and they have been given the green light to go for the player that was in goals for Croatia last night. Fantastic news as far as I'm concerned. Brendan Rodgers decided looking to bring in an experienced goalkeeper for Joe Hart. We also need to bring in a number 3 goalkeeper, but let's get young Toby in for that. The Turkish media outlet have reported the developments regarding Celtic's pursuit of Livakovic, and say that Fenerbahce hope to bring in another goalkeeper. Move on for what Juventus want. It comes to claims that after Celtic tabled a €9 million offer for Livakovic, and it is reported being accepted by Fenerbahce. The Croatian international has been super keen to leave the Super League side in Turkey in the summer, and a move to Celtic Park looks to be the option that will be taken up. Celtic have also been linked with a couple of other keepers, but the 29-year-old made 40 appearances for Fenerbahce last season. He's contracted to the club until 2028 after arriving from Dynamo Zagreb last summer. And you remember how Celtic tried to get him from Dynamo Zagreb last summer. There were some rumours online saying that it was his missus that didn't want to come to Glasgow. The fact that Brendan Rodgers has got this deal done, has stuck to his guns. Did Celtic win the Euro lottery? It's not like us spending money like this. It was true, says Green Machine. Let's jump into the comments. So he signed for £6 million less than a year ago, and we're going to pay 40% more. Get him, not a chance. It'll be around £7 million. It's €9 million that Celtic have offered, and that's probably about 7.8 million. 7.8 million. So there you go. And he is a highly rated keeper. So let's see what you are saying in the comments section. John is saying, good afternoon, one of my favourite channels. Afternoon says, plucky dude. Evan Sean says, just waiting on the club announcement. It's golden. I don't think Celtic will make the announcement this week. Celtic will wait until they get the player on soil in Scotland, and he'll wait till he's landed in Scotland. He will get a week or so off now after playing at the Euros, obviously just finishing last night with Croatia being put out. If Croatia hadn't been put out last night, I don't think the deal would have been done and dusted today. I did say, look, if we are looking at anyone that is at the Euros, we'll wait and see what happens. But we just need to wait on the club getting out. The speculation is all over the internet that the deal has done and dusted. Livakovic the bid has been accepted by Fenerbahce. Dominik Livakovic rumours gathering pace as Turkish media claim the bid has been accepted. Announcement expected shortly is one of the headlines that has just popped up. What a fantastic signing, what a fantastic prospect to get at Celtic. I think he's a type of keeper that reminds us of Arthur Boric. I did say that we need a younger version of the Hart, and maybe someone that was a little bit older than Boric when it came to Celtic at the time. He is the keeper that we need. He's the keeper that we wanted a year ago. Every Celtic fan within their thousands wanted that keeper a year ago. Until we see him in a jersey, I'm not getting excited, but he looks decent, says we joke. Good stuff. Now a striker. Yes, we do need to get a striker in. About time, says Martin Nicol. Should have got the Golden Glove. That time the stats were far better than Martinez. Yep, at the World Cup. He's an important player. Record is reporting it. The record is there you go. The record is reporting it now. There's a lot of publications that are starting to put it out. Scottish media haven't a clue what happens at Celtic. Just goes to show it is the player that we wanted. It is the top target. And this is what I said about the Celtic transfer business this summer. I said, look, it's not going to be the same as last summer where it was a wholesale change. It was getting players in week in. You know, we went 9 weeks of bringing a new player almost in every week. Peter Lawwell is sitting in the background, probably rubbing his hands that Brendan's getting the man that he wanted, getting him for a good bit of money. Can he be sold on for a little bit more? I don't think so. I think that we get him in and do a fantastic job for us, not only in Scotland, but he was bought with the European pedigree that we needed to make sure. Now we just need to get in a defender that can play with Cameron Carter-Vickers, a really solid team, and then get someone in to take over from Greg Taylor. Will it be Kieran Tierney? Will that be the master plan? Getting in Kieran Tierney, getting Kieran Tierney to play half the season and Greg Taylor to play the other half. Maybe Tierney to play the Champions League games whilst Greg Taylor's on the bench. You never know what's going to happen at Celtic this summer. This could just be the start of it. This could be the start of what we've been waiting to happen. And we've kicked into action. There's smiles all round. Let's jump back into the comment section. I'm delighted. He was the one I wanted. Says Colin Sweeney, 1976. Doc says, boo, sack Peter Lawwell, the board, penny pinchers. When protests start, this stuff might be Acne Brigade up for a while. Let's shut up the Acne Brigade for a while. Oof, heavy talk there for 1976. Doc. The Newcastle keeper will be back up. That'll be an interesting one if we do go and get a level. I'm recording this, Baz, and I'll play it back to you in 6 months' time. It'll be on YouTube. Don't need to record it. It'll be on YouTube. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. We'll still be shite in Europe, right? It's hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is the goalkeeper that we wanted to get in. All we need now is a solid back four. Remember the performance against Japan in the penalty shootout? Who is it, Baz? I've just tuned in. Stuart. It is the one and only Dominik Livakovic. It is the one and only Dominik Livakovic. The offer has been accepted by Fenerbahce. Celtic have tabled an offer of €9 million for Livakovic, which has been accepted by Fenerbahce. So it just all depends now. Does the player want to come to Scotland? Does he want to play Dundee United away? Hibs away? Oh, Ross County, no, they got relegated. No, they didn't. Who cares? But anyway, what he does want to do, he wants to play 10 games in the Champions League at the top level, and he's coming to Celtic to do so. 29-year-old is a fantastic age. He has that experience. And it'll just be a case of what kind of deal will Celtic get him on? Celtic have been getting players on 5-year deals over the last couple of seasons. Will they get Livakovic? Will they get Livakovic on a 5-year deal? Which means that Brendan Rodgers will be here for the 3 years and maybe beyond. Young Canadian striker from Motherwell. Don't know about that. I knew he was signing. I did say it last week. I just need Scott McKenna to sign, and I'm spot on again, says Lanky. Is Scott McKenna the man? Lanky, serious question. Is Scott McKenna the man to save Celtic at the back? Is he better? Is he better than Scales? Is he better than Big Rocky? I'd probably say he's better than Big Rocky. He did have a fantastic season, second half of the season at Copenhagen last year, but it's been said that Copenhagen are in the driving seat to try and get him back. But the lure of coming back to Scotland and coming to Celtic to play in the Champions League with Celtic might be something that I hope the wages ain't a problem. I don't think the wages are going to be a problem. Any nonsense that you see people going on about wages and the likes of Paulo Bernardo, I think it's just people making up stories, to be honest. One signing, doubles at the moment. Sevco have spent shit so far. And I don't care. Yep, 100% in your opinion. That's a good one, Lanky. Fair play to you. You have been speaking about these two players for a while. You've got to admit, it's the goalkeeper that we all wanted to get in. If we were going, there was no chance we were going to go for the Liverpool goalkeeper. The Liverpool goalkeeper was going to cost us at the time around about 10 million. There's now suggestions saying that Liverpool want up to at least 30 million for that goalkeeper. Celtic are never going anywhere near that. 8 to 10 million. Contact tennis nosotros en uno de estos apartamentos. What? Julia. Sorry, I'm just reading a WhatsApp message. It came through in Spanish. And anyway, let's get to some of the comments. Lanky said, I've got a feeling that we'll go with 3 at the back this season coming up. Well, if we go with 3 at the back, I've been championing 3 at the back in Scottish football for a long time. I think it's a formation that suits Celtic. I think that Celtic play better when we have 2 strikers up front. I think Paulo Bernardo is worth buying. He's performed well in big games, says Celtic always. There's a rumour that Paulo Bernardo is demanding 20 grand a week, which is not a chance. Stuart Ramsey says 30 million. Fuck off. Yeah, there's no chance that we were going for the Liverpool goalkeeper at 30 million. If that, I mean, even the best part of 15 million, Celtic were priced out that deal. I said if we we're going to go for a keeper, and I did say it will be in the region between 6 and 10 million. Celtic needed to go and get a keeper of a certain quality to make sure that was going to take us forward. That could dominate the box, and he can do that. He can certainly do that. I think it's a fantastic signing for Celtic. We'll wait on the official announcement. We will wait on the official announcement. But there is a lot of publications now coming out. Football Scotland have also come out with it. Just now, Dominik Livakovic said Celtic rumours resurface as Turkish media say bid accepted. So there you go. And then the Celtic Way has also just came out with it in the last couple of minutes also. So there you go. People are starting to come out with it. There's a lot of publications following the story from the Turkish media. Let me just see the latest, because Twitter tends to be Livakovic to Celtic. Some guys are actually reliable anything about Livakovic yet. Livakovic take all day long. If Celtic can afford Bernardo's wages, there's no chance that we'll get near Livakovic's wages, says one Celtic fan on Twitter. I don't think that it's going to be a problem. I think that we'll get the deal done and dusted. It is the player that we want. It's the player that we want. And I'm this nonsense about Paulo Bernardo being on 20 grand a week is just complete nonsense if you ask me. I mean, I read that he was only on about 5 grand a week. You've got to remember that Paulo Bernardo came through the academy. Fabrizio Romano has been asked by a Celtic fan in the last couple of minutes. And breaking news, also Ten Hag set to sign a new Manchester United contract. There you go. The man that was almost kicked out the door. But no news from the likes of Fabrizio Romano as yet. The Italian transfer guru. But a lot of other publications around Europe have come out with it way before, and it tends to be the way that happens. Things get released out on Twitter first before anything else. So, who do we need in next? We need a defender. Celtic, we do need a defender in. We need a defender of a good quality that can play along Cameron Carter-Vickers. Or are Celtic going to go to a back three? Are we going to bring in Kieran Tierney? He can play in the back three. Are we going to bring in Kieran Tierney, Alistair Johnson, and Cameron Carter-Vickers? Would that be an acceptable back three to you, or would that? It doesn't allow them to go forward enough, does it? But Celtic definitely need to get in. I have a feeling that we'll announce 2 more this week and then unveil them on Friday, says Lanky. Michael Ross, I believe you when I see Livakovic in a Celtic shirt. That as always the case. Look, I don't believe myself until it's done and dusted and in a shirt. But it is all over. I've seen it breaking. I was looking up some Celtic stuff, and I wasn't actually planning to go live. I wasn't planning to do a video. I was just kicking around, seeing what news was kicking around, and the Livakovic one stuck out like a sore thumb. And now there's a lot of online publications starting to break the story also. Celtic transfer roundup. Football Scotland have just come out with it also. But there you go. That is the live one as we speak. Let me just see if there's any other Celtic speculation kicking around. Celtic boosting 8 million chase director. That was 3 hours ago. Yeah, that's about it just now. But it is fantastic news. It's the one that we wanted. It's the one that we wanted done and dusted. It's fake. Talks forever. Celtic says it's fake. It's fake news. Well, if it's fake news, there's a lot of publications that are going to have red faces in the morning. Football Scotland's a joke. And Daily Record have also announced it. And a lot of others. For fuck's sake, Cam Dunman says Big Bruce. Big Bruce, welcome to the channel. Can't remember seeing your comment before. But anyway, what do you think? Scott McKenna says no, says Colin Sweeney. Squad player at best. Squad player at best. What is the type of defender that we need at Celtic? What is the type of defender that we need at Celtic? And the big one is, what about Tommy Johnson getting? Paulo Bernardo? Sign him or move on? Another channel talking about. Go Celtic. And let's get the latest news. Yeah. There's a lot of publications now running it. Celtic have Dominik Livakovic transfer offer accepted. The Fenerbahce shot stopper looks to be on his move as the Scottish champions bid to replace Joe Hart. A lot of publications now coming out with it. Fantastic stuff, absolutely fantastic stuff, and it's the type of keeper that we wanted. Somebody's replied today this, what the fuck is that monstrosity when it comes to the Christmas jumper? Anyway, as soon as there is any more, one who can dribble like Van Dijk, yep, that'd be good. Green Machine, Scott McKenna fits the bill for Scottish football, but no holds barred defender. In other words, no fear to get stuck in. Lanky says, what would you say if we signed Luke McGowan from Dundee? 26-year-old. That's an interesting one. Mike Ross says, Livakovic. It's Livakovic. Wait till you see. It's not Livakovic. Michael Ross. I always tries to correct me, but who cares? It's just what it is. We need a new Bobo, a defender with decent pace. Would love to see AJ Matthew at Celtic. One who could dribble like Van Dijk. Who is AJ Matthews? Ask Michael Ross. Can we now sell Rangers our prospect players? There's a centre back for Canada. Machine is rapid. His name is Momis Bombito. I believe it when he's in the door, says Kieran Brady. England under 18 scored 16 goals and 17 starts. Yeah, that's the one that Newcastle and everybody's looking at. He's not going to be first team choice though, is he? Lasted one season at Fenerbahce. Big transfer. Why? Because Celtic have been looking at him for 2 years now. And sometimes they've just replaced their manager. Fenerbahce, you've got to remember, have just had a new manager in the one and only Jose Mourinho. Mourinho has just taken over at Fenerbahce and he's wanting to bring in his own players. If he's going to get £9 million in for a keeper, he's going to go, right, we'll take it. If the keeper wants to go, we'll take it. And then he can get in his own man. It's as simple as that, Michael. Keep up, man. Hey, really is it true? Lorna says, really is it true? It is all over the media. There's a lot of publications in Scotland now coming out that Celtic have Dominik Livakovic transfer offer accepted as Jose Mourinho green lights the exit. There you go. That is just some of the headlines. Anyway, that's me done and dusted for this afternoon. It is. McKenna was Scotland's best defender by a mile. Limited time. Played left-footed. No-brainer. Get him in the squad, says Green, says 1976 Doc. Green Machine says McGowan is a lightweight, easily knocked off the ball. Our team needs strength and height. The boy Strain at Kilmarnock is smashing left back. Anyway, on that note, there's been over 920 people on the live. The breaking news this afternoon is that Celtic have had an offer. The breaking Celtic transfer news is that Celtic have had an offer accepted by Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce have a replacement lined up. Fenerbahce goalkeeper Dijkman Livakovic has been the one that Celtic have been after for a couple of seasons. He did go to Fenerbahce last season. Jose Mourinho has come into Fenerbahce this season and he's wanting his own players in and his own team. And it looks like he has allowed the keeper to leave Fenerbahce and head to Celtic. So on that news, it is absolutely fantastic as far as I am concerned. And we'll just leave it at that. I'll catch you in the next Celtic news. To all the Celtic fans, have a fantastic day